Mouth. We're going to go ahead and watch Doodle first this time, and then I'll show you what I do with the mouth.
The mouth.
Before we talk about the lips, I need to point out the difference between men and women. When you look at a man's mouth, you tend to see thin lips with small wrinkles. A woman has fuller lips with less wrinkles and more shine. For this lesson, we only have time to study the lips of a lady. Okay, Dabney, pucker up. The lips are made of 5 basic shapes. The top has 3, the bottom has 2. Let's see if we can find them. Here's one.
Now, Doodle does it very different than I do, and that's why I kind of like this program, because there's different ways of making them. But you really should think of them as kind of separate shapes there.
4.
I just wish they'd done a real person, not a computer one.
On the bottom. Blend the shapes together to form the mouth shape as a whole.
Lips come in different sizes and color, but they all have the same 5 basic shapes.
All right, so when I go to do lips on mine, basically, I think the biggest thing is getting them in the right spot. If you give them the right spot, you can really, I think, get a pretty good approximation of what the lips are going to do. So, all right, so believe it or not, I used to say it was right on the edge of the eye. It should be as wide as the eye, but that's actually a little wide. Most of you, it's going to hit on the color part at the beginning of the color part of your eye, or maybe you're like right slightly in the middle there. And everybody has slightly bigger eyes. So I'm going to draw, and I'm not drawing a line down, because if I do that, you know, it'll end up being like tears there. So I just kind of, with my pencil, I pretend like I'm drawing a line down, and then I hit right there. And then it's a little above halfway. So if we measure halfway from here to here, Doodle says it's about there. Well, it's actually slightly above that. And basically, I start at this line here, and I look for that little bump right at the end of the nose. So I move this up here. When I get to that bump, then I know to either go straight or just the slightest little curve up there, and then go down like this. Now, this is the mouth at rest. It's not smiling. It's not, you know, it's not grinning or anything. It's just a mouth at rest. I start with that the middle part of the mouth. Now, believe it or not, the lips are smaller than the mouth. You say, Mr. Lane, what are you talking about? Well, I'm going to start them out here. They end up getting super big. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start them, and I'm going to zoom in for this. I'm going to start them right here, not there. And I keep them very thin, very thin. And once again, I look for the nose, and that's where I make this little bumpy thing, or like that, and then I come back down. In the bottom of the lip, I just kind of start the same spot, but then I go straight over. So I come down a little bit, straight over, and then back up. And when I shade it, I shade the top of the top lip, just the entire top lip, and then the bottom of the bottom. And then that makes it look a little bit round, okay? And that's for our portraits. That's really all you need to do. There's a little bit of a thing right there for some of us, you know, or all of us, I guess I should say, has a little mark like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the chin right now, because Doodle doesn't do the chin. But some of you, this is fine. This round part of your chin, maybe I should leave that on and show you what I do first. But for some of us that have more of an angular head, I like to bring this part in just a little bit, kind of more straight down. And when I get to the chin, that's when I make a curve kind of straight across there. And then I make a bump right here for the actual chin, and maybe trim that up just a little bit, maybe come outside of that line here, and then go up like that, okay? So I don't know if you can see the difference between my line and the curved line. That's the extreme. No, they're like little slivers, a little fingernail width slivers, not hardly anything at all. So, you know, just so you know. And then, and that's a bit, when I do that, it's a bit extreme, man. It's really not that much. Coming down here like that. That one's not too bad. And the neck and shoulders. You can fit an entire head, next to your shoulders. So you're not going to see the end of the shoulders on most of your drawings like this. Your neck, and most students start off with a neck so small it looks like a just a little small stick. Like your neck's not smaller than your mouth, that you'd drown every time you take a drink, which would be crazy. So it's actually your neck, if you measure, is larger than your eyes. It's like a little bit larger than your eyes. Some of us a little even further, but like right here, I'm going to start it, and I'm going to go in, not straight down. Okay, so I go in just a little bit, and that won't make it look so big. And I go in here, and then not far down. Probably the distance between the mouth and the chin, about that much, maybe even less than that. I do the top of the T-shirt if you're wearing a T-shirt, and then your shoulders I put here, not here, but they're going to be up higher, and I just draw a line across. Okay, and that's a good indication of where the shoulders are going to be. And that's it. Go ahead and give it a practice.